They don't raise their voice for no reason. They lean forward. They hold eye contact too long. They speak slowly. They interrupt. They use silence like a weapon. And if you're not careful, your body reacts before your mind does. Your heart beats faster. Your words come out rushed. You start explaining yourself. That is the moment you lose. Intimidation is not power. It is a performance. And like every performance, it only works if the audience believes it. Today you'll learn 7 psychology tricks to outsmart anyone who tries to intimidate you. But underneath these tricks are 4 simple laws. If you understand these laws, intimidation stops working on you. Law 1. People intimidate to test control. Law 2. Emotion reveals rank. Law 3. Uncertainty weakens the aggressor. Law 4. Detachment removes leverage. Everything else is strategy. First trick. Slow down your body. When someone tries to intimidate you, your nervous system goes into threat mode. Your brain reads social pressure as danger. This is automatic. But here's the key. Your body speaks before your mouth does. If you shift in your seat, look down, speak fast or over-explain, you signal submission. So do the opposite. Slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Blink normally. Speak slightly slower than usual. This is not acting. This is regulation. When your body stays calm, the other person's brain reads you as stable. Stable people are hard to dominate. Second trick. Make them clarify. Intimidators often use vague pressure. You're not ready for this. People are starting to notice. That's not how things work here. These statements are fog. Fog creates fear. Your job is simple. Ask calm, direct questions. What do you mean? Can you explain that? Specifically, what's the issue? Now something interesting happens. When they are forced to explain clearly, one of 2 things occurs. Either they expose weak logic or they reduce their tone. Intimidation depends on blur. Clarity dissolves it. Third trick, don't defend too fast. Imagine a meeting. A senior colleague questions your idea in a sharp tone. Everyone looks at you. If you jump in fast, listing reasons and justifications, you enter defense mode. Defense signals lower position. Instead, pause for 2 seconds, then say, that's one perspective. This does 2 things. It shows emotional control, and it reframes the attack as an opinion, not a fact. Remember, Law 2, emotion reveals rank. If they are heated and you are steady, observers assign strength to you. Fourth trick. Break the stare without breaking presence. Some people use eye contact as dominance. They hold it too long, trying to make you uncomfortable. Most people either look away quickly or stare back aggressively. Both are reactive. Instead, maintain normal eye contact while they speak. Then when you speak, briefly glance at a neutral point, like a notebook or the table, and return your gaze naturally. You are not competing. You are not submitting. You are neutral. Neutrality frustrates intimidation. Now let's pause. Think about the last time someone tried to pressure you. Maybe it was a boss, maybe a family member, maybe a stranger who spoke down to you. Replay it in your mind. Notice how much of your reaction came from fear of losing approval, status, or safety. This leads to the 5th trick. Remove the fear of loss. Intimidation works only when you fear losing something. Approval, opportunity, reputation, connection. If someone senses you are desperate to keep something, they press harder. So shift your internal line. Instead of thinking, I can't afford to upset them, think, if this costs me something, I will handle it. This is not arrogance. It is psychological detachment. When you are willing to walk away mentally, intimidation loses its hook. Now here's a story. A young lawyer once entered a negotiation with a senior executive known for crushing opponents. The executive was loud, direct, and dismissive. He interrupted constantly. He leaned back and smiled when others stumbled. When it was the young lawyer's turn to speak, the executive cut him off mid-sentence and said, "You're out of your depth." The room went silent. Everyone expected the young lawyer to defend himself. He didn't. He closed his folder slowly, looked at the executive calmly and said, "If that's true, this will be easy for you." Then he stopped talking. The executive laughed at first. Then he had to continue alone. And as he continued, he began over-explaining. He contradicted himself twice. The room noticed. The young lawyer didn't win by attacking. He won by creating space. Space makes people reveal themselves. This is the sixth trick: let them overextend. When someone tries to intimidate you, they often exaggerate. They push harder than necessary. They talk longer than needed. If you don't interrupt, if you don't fight back emotionally, they keep going. And the more they go, the more cracks appear. Silence is not weakness. It is a trap for the impatient. Now here is the pattern. Break. Most people think confidence means being louder, speaking faster, dominating the room. That is not confidence. Real confidence is comfort with silence. Try this in your next tense conversation. When they finish a strong statement, do not reply immediately. Let 2 full seconds pass. Hold a neutral expression. You will feel the pressure, but they will feel it more. The 7th trick: control the outcome, not the moment. Intimidation focuses on the present moment. It tries to win right now. But you think long-term. Ask yourself, what result do I want? Do you want to prove them wrong in front of everyone? Or do you want influence later? Sometimes the smartest move is to say less now and act later. Intimidators often seek public dominance. If you refuse to compete publicly, you shift the game to strategy. Remember the 4 laws. People intimidate to test control. Emotion reveals rank. Uncertainty weakens the aggressor. Detachment removes leverage. When you slow your body, ask for clarity. Refuse quick defense. Stay neutral in presence. Remove fear of loss. Let them overextend and focus on outcome. You flip the power dynamic. Here is your challenge. For the next 7 days, in any tense interaction, lower your speaking speed by 10%. Pause before responding. Ask at least one clarifying question instead of defending. Track what happens. Notice how often the other person softens. Notice how often they explain more than necessary. Notice how your internal state stays steadier. Intimidation feeds on reaction. Starve it. If you want to master human psychology, instead of being pushed around by it, subscribe. This space is for people who choose awareness over impulse. And tell me in the comments who in your life tries to intimidate you the most. Boss, partner, stranger. Naming it is the first step to disarming it. They may try to control the room. They may try to control the tone. But they cannot control your nervous system unless you let them. And once you control that, no stare, no tone, no pressure tactic can move you without your permission. That is when intimidation stops being a threat and starts becoming information.